and gentlemen, it's a great privilege to address you all today, now in our second year of a lawful, peaceful and dignified campaign to see the Leganese brethren and bondsmen return home. I want to thank everybody for their contribution, the Orange Order, the community, all the political parties. We've all been together throughout this and we'll continue to be together. I do want to pay particular thanks to the POA. The POA have been the strength of this campaign. So from me, I personally want to thank you on behalf of my party for what you have done over the last year. Your attitude today and every day and on weeknights is a testimony to the dedication and resolve of this entire community. Our community will not be defeated and our message is clear. We will stand and protest until we get our rights. Let them home. Our togetherness in terms of our culture is one thing that we will get us our just rewards. Republicans hate it when unionism becomes one. We have seen that over the last lot of weeks. They are now calling us a pan-unionist front. Their problem is they can't deal with unionism whenever it's united. So our intention is to make sure that Sinn Féin feel the impact of our protest, not only up to now, but in the future. They will have to negotiate with us. That's where this all stands. This is where we stop their agenda and we become proactive rather than allow them to be reactive. From our point of view, we see this as individuals. We do it as a united community, committed to stopping cultural apartheid that is being sought by Republicans. We will not stand for cultural apartheid. They can do what they want, but we will actually challenge it. Our message is clear to Sinn Féin. We as British citizens demand our rights, and if denied, we will use the democratic means to ensure equal rights for Protestants. The ideals of equality and human rights have been stolen and perverted by nationalists and Republicans and used to benefit their own narrow political agenda. They started this cultural war. They think they need to fight it. And if that means street politics, we have plenty of experience over the last year, and we will fight on the streets through the democratic means to ensure we stop this tide of Republican apartheid. It is time for Republicans to realise they are creating a society that will collapse. We must ensure that we have the rights of our forefathers enshrined in the Covenant and make sure that democracy is at the centre of our very being. We need to challenge Sinn Féin's narrow political agenda at every level of government, and that will be at the centre of the graduated response. I know people feel frustrated that they haven't seen what is going to happen in the graduated response, but that's why it's called graduated. We are working on a number of things, and over the next month you will see all levels of government using the graduated response. The reason we are standing here for over a year is because we are defending our freedom of speech, religious liberty and the right to assemble. All of these virtues are available in democracies in the Western world, but here in this part of the United Kingdom, Sinn Féin have worked strategically to remove the freedom of expression from working class Protestants, totally a sectarian act, but not recognised by the government of the day. We are making them see through this whole charade by our actions. Those who prevent our Leganese brethren from exercising their lawful rights and entitlements are motivated by nothing other than internal arguments, naked bigotry and sectarian hatred of Protestants. We are saying now it must stop. We are asking the British government and others to actually look at why we have to stand here. It has got nothing to do with a parade that they describe as sectarian. It's to do with internal politics amongst Republicans. And it's about Republicans using the threat of violence. That threat of violence is no longer any use because we don't bow to it. We never did whenever they were slaughtering us on the streets. We responded, and today we will respond through democracy to prevent them from telling us what we will do in our own country.
Hear, hear.
Yeah, yeah.
As a community, we must remain united and demand these rights that are extended to the Leganese brethren and bondsmen. I applaud those in the camp and everyone else who are undiminished in their campaign for British rights for British citizens. There's a lot of talk about the camp. The camp is going nowhere. We're more determined now than we ever were to ensure that the camp remains and stays there every day. The logistics and the commitment of people in this community and in the Orange Order is second to none, and that will continue. The camp is still there and will be there tomorrow, the next day and the next day. And if it needs to be there the next year, it will be there. I stand before you today, unbroken, determined, committed to promoting and protecting our cultural heritage and our freedom of expression, here in the Woodvale and indeed across the province. Our message is very clear to Republicans. We've been here for over a year and we're not going away. We'll be here every week until we get our rights. What I'm saying to you today is, in the next couple of weeks, watch for this being increased. It will be increased by the community, it will be increased by the politicians, it will be increased by the Orange Order, and we are going to move forward. We want our rights. Let them home.